You're listening to R&R Radio 105. Welcome to Readers Radio. Hi, I'm your host, Deiondre, and we're going to explore and talk about a book I read in English class. So first, I just want to say this book was put on the White Pine List of 2016. The name of this book is called Dun Dun Dun, The Bodies We Wear by Gene Roberts. I don't know about you, but the title already got my attention. You could say I like interesting books, and this book is interesting. So basically, this book is about a girl named Faye who is only 11 when dealers forced heme, which is supposedly the hottest drug around, on her and her best friend. She survived, but her best friend Christian died. Faye spends her days hiding her secret and her nights training to take revenge on the man named Rufus who destroyed her future and murdered her best friend. Ooh, just hearing that gives me chills. This drug heme is supposed to let you see heaven, but Faye saw hell. She fought every day with this struggle not to use this drug. I don't know about you, but once I see hell, that's motivation enough to quit right there. And the side effect after using is spidery veins. If you survive to see them, because the next side effect is death. Well, enough of that. You're probably wondering why read this book. Well, this book is very relatable. Faye is a teenager who doesn't fit in. A lot of teenagers don't fit in or want to fit in their school surrounding. Faye as a teenager gets in trouble with Gazer, her guardian. She gets into fights at school and sneaks out to parties even though she has a secret of using heme and is told by the principal not to interact with the students. As you can see, she's a rule breaker. I know a lot of you out there are rule breakers too. You know what you do that gets you in trouble. Another relatable thing is she puts into a school surrounded by people of the upper class that act fake and are two-faced. Her friend Paige is of the upper class. She's nice, but she never thinks about what she says, and she offends Faye so many times talking about why she thinks heme is disgusting. Also, Paige's boyfriend lies and is two-faced and is using Paige and getting Faye in trouble with the school and the bad men who hurt her and killed Christian. This is relatable because a lot of times in high school, people can be known as fake and two-faced, pretending to be your friend and then lying and getting you into trouble. I know some people know those type of people, and it isn't fun having them in your life. It's quite the opposite. And having people who shove their rich entitlement in your face, making you feel bad about your life, not thinking how it makes you feel, and then having the audacity to judge you because you're an addict. Well, being addicted to something, especially a drug, is a hard habit to break. But rather helping her, Paige commentary offends Faye all the time. Gosh, I hate that. And I know you out there do too. But enough of that. She meets a boy named Chael, who's very interestingly charming and fidgety. At first, she was very skeptical about him, but they became fast friends. And let me tell you a secret. Chael is actually someone she knows from the past. I won't tell you who, but if you get this book, you'll find out. So to wrap up this section, Faye goes through a hard life fighting off men who hurt her best friend. She gets kicked out of her house for using by her mother and taken in by Gazer. She spends her days at school where she feels left out and has to be secretive. She meets many interesting characters like Paige and Chael and many others, and then is addicted to heme, which is the fantasy, the dark fantasy that comes into play with this book. I'm telling you, you gotta read this book. Just hearing about it makes me want to read it over and over and over again. Just to clue you in, if you read this book, you might find yourself not only addicted to heme, but addicted to reading this book. That concludes this segment of the awesome book, The Bodies We Wear. I'm your host, Deiondre, and stay tuned and have a good night. Read all about it. Read all about it on Readers Radio.